Hello, welcome back to Sweet Nothings Crochet's videos. Today let's work on this really beautiful stitch, which is like a cross stitch. So if you can see there, look at the cross stitch there, which goes diagonally across, and then you just got DCs in the middle, and the whole combination looks absolutely awesome. So you've got these blocks of two, and it looks really awesome. I've made this into a blanket, but you can actually make this into a scarf, a shawl, a wrap as well. So come on, let's see how we can get this done. You can use any yarn with a suitable hook to make this. Today I'm just using a yarn that I have at home. This is a Birch Creative and with a 4mm crochet hook. But honestly, you can use any yarn with any hook because my patterns work on a stitch count. Now I start with a row of foundation single crochet, and this pattern asks for in multiples of 6 plus 5. So I have just worked a rough number of stitches, and I think I've got for 2 repeats. So that's a foundation single crochet. To see how to work a foundation single crochet, please check some of my earlier videos where I've got it nice and slow and explained properly. So I've got about 15 stitches here, which is 6 multiplied by 2 is 12, plus 5 is 17, not 16, sorry. Now to start, I always start all my rows with a chain 1, and then I start with a standing double crochet stitch. Once again, you've got these stitches also in my earlier videos. So for this pattern, we work 1 double crochet in that first stitch, and then we work the cross stitch over the next 3 stitches. For the cross stitch, it's 1, 2, 3. So you skip the first 2 stitches and you go into that third foundation single crochet and work a double crochet. Then you work a chain 1, and you need to go back to the first stitch of the set of 3. So that was 1, 2, 3. So you have to go back to that stitch. Or alternatively, the way you look at it is, you work this stitch, you skip this stitch, but you're going backwards. And you work a double crochet in that stitch. So you get a cross stitch there with a stitch skipped there in the center, and you have a chain 1 there. You work this stitch, so you have to work double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we work the cross stitch again over the next 3 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3. So you work a double crochet in that third stitch, chain 1, and then you skip the stitch here and you have to go back into that stitch there to work the second leg of your cross stitch and a double crochet in that stitch, and you work double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then you'll work a cross stitch again, so again for the cross stitch you're working in the third stitch and then coming back, and then you work a double crochet in that last stitch, chain 1, and move to the next row. You'll do a double crochet in your first double crochet. Now there's a chain 1 space here in your cross stitch, right? And you'll work 3 double crochet in that chain 1 space. And then you'll be working a cross stitch over these 3 double crochet. So you go to the last or the third double crochet, chain 1, skip that double crochet, and you'll work the second leg of your cross stitch there. Come to the chain space here and work 3 double crochet in the chain space, and a cross stitch over the next 3 double crochet. And a double crochet, 3 double crochet in the next chain 1 space of the next cross stitch. You do this all the way till the end, and in that last double crochet at the end you work 1 double crochet. So you see you have a cross stitch there and the cross stitch has moved there. Okay, that's basically what this pattern is about. Chain 1, let's work 1 more row together. So you're going to be working a cross stitch over the 3 double crochet and 3 double crochet in the chain 1 space of the cross stitch, right? So the double crochet in the first stitch, cross stitch over the next 3 double crochet, three double crochet in the chain 1 space of the cross stitch, and a cross stitch in that next set of 3 double crochet. And that's basically it. You go all the way till the end till you finished whichever project you're working on. So if you're working on a scarf, you make it slightly thinner. If you're making a blanket, you just work as many stitches as you require for the length of the blanket. When you finish, just work 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet all the way till the end just to match this, and then maybe work a single crochet along the edges again, and you have your blanket all done. If you're working a scarf, then I'd suggest you just do single crochet all the way at the end and then maybe come back and add fringes, tassels on the fringes on this end and on the other end. And that's it. That's your pattern for you. This is the crossed over blanket. Have fun. Do remember to follow me and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.